being able to help people. I like having knowledge about resources that a lot of people don't know about. I like working in the hospital and being one of the few mental health care providers, so that a lot of people are looking for my advice. I don't particularly like the really heavy caseload that sometimes social workers carry. So there's usually a lot of work, and it can be really complicated, emotionally troubling work.
Okay. How did you become interested in social work?
Doing foster care with adolescents. I just did a part-time job, and I was working in business, and decided that I like doing that more than business.
Okay. Could you describe your current position?
I'm a manager of case management, so I manage 80 social work and nurse case management staff at Utah Valley, Orem Community, and American Fork Hospital.
Wow, that's nice. What advice could you give me? Could you give to someone who is considering the field of social work?
I think that you should do a lot of volunteer work or paid work within the areas of social work, if there's a paid position, so that you can see what the work's really like. It seems like students sometimes get involved because they feel like they're social, they know how to help people who seem to have problems. They're the kind of person that their friends come to. But that doesn't always mean that you would like social work. You have to be able to work with a high degree of dysfunction, of complex psychosocial problems, and do it day in and day out, and not have that affect you significantly. And also have a good understanding of how this field relates to other helping professions. Maybe that you like the mental health arena, but you might be better suited as a psychologist, or a licensed professional counselor. So just, my advice would be to really fill out those other professions and have a good understanding of what you're getting yourself into.
Okay. And if you could change your area, your area in your field, what would be?
I would advocate more heavily for social workers to have a greater income access, meaning that it would be comparable to other master's prepared practitioners within the hospital. Social workers don't get paid as much as other, even bachelor's level nurses.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because our profession hasn't done a lot to try to increase wages. And, to continue to build awareness about the scope of practice and the abilities that a social worker can provide.
Okay. And how long time did you spend to be where you are right now?
I went to graduate school, and then I had to do 4,000 hours of supervised clinical work. So it's been, I've been going at this now for 9-10 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the last question, could you describe any situation that probably was interesting for you? Yeah, or surprising or something like.
The stuff like that happens every day at the hospital.
Uh-huh.
We see a lot of trauma, a lot of death, people in crisis. So, one that stands out is I had a BYU student who was homosexual. He was homosexual.
Uh-huh.
He overdosed on benzodiazepines and alcohol following an LDS conference address from Elder Packer. He struggled with depression since that time and premeditatedly decided to kill himself.
Well.
His roommate forgot to pick up his textbooks, went back to the apartment to get textbooks and found him unresponsive and called 911. He was, intubated and put on life support, but recovered fully. And, I just did a lot of work with he and his family to address a lot of his mental health issues. And, he continues to struggle. They're not out of the woods yet, but they have a better understanding of what they need to do to try to address some of his needs. And so it's tough because, he individually felt like there was something wrong with him. So we had to work with resources in the area to kind of find a provider that could work with him on that level.
Oh. All right. Well, I didn't get the first question about your background. Could you repeat it again? Sorry.
What my background is?
Yeah.
I've worked with youth in the foster care system and in the at-risk youth sector, like the residential.
Okay.
And then I've worked in the prison.
Wow.
And I've worked with substance abuse.
Okay, that's nice.
And now I work at the hospital.
Right now, right? All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Jesse. Jesse?
You're welcome. Tell me your name.
My name is Daniel. I'm a student of UBU. And
okay, did you come by earlier with Claudia?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna. My secretary left me a message, so
yeah.
Take this off of the list of things to do.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, have a good day. Good luck.
Yeah, goodbye too. Bye.